going on? Peace, light, and love. And thank you for connecting what it is right now. This is the Sirius Cypher, and I am Shakesha Divine, the pretty priestess. I am in effect right about now, and I am feeling really, really good. I'm here a cracking. What's going on? Peace and light, Miss Doreen. I see you in the house. I got Clubhouse just started off for the very first time. I have included Clubhouse on the Cypher. And so while we wait for some folks to get in here, I'm going to talk just a little bit about how I am experiencing this particular energy. So right about now, we are in Gemini. And I see I got an astrologer in the house up here. So I know we got some perspective on what's going on out here in these cosmic streets. But I looked at today's number. The number energy of today is 1. And so when we add the date up today, we get the number 1, and that number is all about individuality. This is an energy that's really encouraging us to step into our power. It is a new day. And this is a day that encourages us to use our gifts to really show up. It's the unity consciousness vibe, right? So when we're using those gifts, we're talking about using them for our highest and our greatest good. And Metatron is a really good archangel to work with this particular energy, working with that clear quartz and Metatron. And this is really going to support us in really stepping into our powers and making these connections, right? This is really going to support us in our struggles with power, right? So I don't know, like me, I'm one of those people that always think about how people, they get a little bit of power, they start corrupting and shit like that. And that helps us to kind of dissipate that energy that makes us kind of shy away from power because we fear the potential things that could go wrong, right? So that clear quartz crystal, working with the archangel Metatron, of course, we know that clear quartz is going to support you in whatever it is, however it goes down and what it do. So peace and light, Brother Dante in the building, in the house. What's up? Hold up. Let me see. Do I know how to invite folks up in here? I don't know. But hold up. Did I make this?
I think we just have to take off our microphone, Mr. Dante. Just unmute yourself, and then that's how you come up.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So yeah, so this is my very first time really operating Clubhouse. I am not a Clubhouster, but I'm working it out and I'm figuring it out. So thank you very much for that.
Where you have to do it on your end, where you have to invite them up. But I don't know how to do it either. I'm like you, I have no idea, but we'll figure it out one way.
Okay. Yeah, I got him up there now. Yeah, I think did you invite, what did you push to get up here? Okay. Did you have to, what button did you push to get up? Oh, okay.
I couldn't see the mic button when I first came in, but when you raise your hand, it really accept you. Maybe it's because it's the first show they doing it like that. Maybe now, after now, when we have a show, it'll just give you a straight mic, but I can see.
Okay. Got you. Okay. Got you. All right. Hey, bro, I am getting it together. I'm feeling real good today, though. I'm getting it together. I was already being chill. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna hook up with the soul family today. I'm ready to, I'm getting I'm ready to throw my pajamas on. I know it's only 8:30, but yeah, that's where I was at. I can dig it.
She was like, oh, that's gonna be so cool. She can't come tonight.
Oh.
But I was like, yeah, we're just gonna chill, you know, all of our, you know, our soul family from South Invested. And she's like, oh, that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
she's coming next.
Well,
But
that's
it's
what's
crazy
up.
you were talking about the number one and taking power, you know, and using Metatron as well, because, you know, on May 28th coming up, the sun is going to square Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
And when it does, you know, it's going to make you have to make these mature choices and decisions and conversations, like in matters that you need to address. So it's interesting too. And a few days after that, on the 3rd or 4th, depending on where you are in the world, the full moon in Sagittarius is going to be in direct alignment with this thing called the Great Attractor. It's a powerful portal
Yes.
of cosmic energy outside of our galaxy. But it's going to usher in these new frequencies for us to integrate. And it's going to amplify our psychic abilities, especially clairvoyance and claircognizance. And it's going to be cool. So it's kind of like in alignment of the energies you're feeling, like the empowerment energies, and like for us to really step up and take care of business of whatever, you know, is going on. So
Yeah.
very cool, sis. Very cool.
Very, very cool indeed. I'm so glad you had that day. I knew. See, my dad's birthday is the 28th, so that's just very interesting to me. But I do remember hearing about Saturn squaring. And I said, uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
So we got
another major thing is Jupiter is going to conjunct to the North Node in Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to give you that lifting energy. You know, you said today you felt good, you know, you felt like you were getting stuff done, or, you know, you just felt a little bit more positive because the energy's been wonky, like over the last month, like up and down, and I don't know, over more than the last month. But because it's conjuncting with the North Node, it's going to lift the energies, and like it's going to give you more of trust, inspiration, and validation on a new direction or value that you want to follow.
Absolutely. 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 And that's exactly what I was looking at too, with a lot of us being activated and really figuring out those things that value most to us, because I was getting a lot of downloads and a lot of questions that kept coming up about checking in with where our values are at and what's really important to us at the end of the day. And this is going to be an opportunity for us to really examine that. It looks like, and I don't know if this is how you're experiencing this, but for me, it looks like people, there's potential here for people to have some major shifts in consciousness, like as far as like their philosophies, their belief systems, the way they've been going about things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
The person that sees the bigger perspective, higher learning. So of course, and with all this Taurus conjuncting with the North Node and Jupiter, of course it's going to bring in the values, because that's what Taurus is, right? It's all about what you value. Second house, Taurus house. I value. How do I value myself? What do I value? So all that energy mixed together with that galactic portal or the great benefactor, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It is just intensifying all of that. You know, it's merging all of that together. So yeah, you're right on the money. Absolutely.
And I would really encourage folks, if they can get their birth charts, because see, this is the other thing I noticed too. I ran into a lot of people that don't really know what their birth times are. And knowing what house is going to get activated with a lot of these transits is really like a heads up, a head start in the game. It really gives you a leg up. And to know where Taurus is, what house, where Taurus is at, is going to be helpful in letting you know the things to start preparing for. Like I have Taurus lit up in my 9th house. So I got some activations that's going on in that. And that house is that house that's all about, you know, the things that I'm learning, my philosophy, my perspective, and all of that. And so that's more than likely why I'm feeling that energy really begin to intensify at this particular time. You know, I'm guessing, and I'm thinking, because at this point in my life, I don't think there's too many surprises that can come my way, you know, but apparently I can feel how that energy is starting to like really build up for us to really I'm trying to think the right word, for us to make some adjustments in our philosophy and our perspective and how we've been seeing things. So I guess we all have room for adjustments at the end of the day. So it's just interesting, you know, that house system for me is a game changer. They tell you to look at those the placements of where Taurus is at in your chart as well. And so that's the other thing that, you know, is definitely helpful in knowing where that's at and being able to work with that energy and start preparing for it, you know. Yeah. Mm.
But yeah, I don't have anything, and right in my head I was trying to figure out what house I should know this by heart, what my Taurus house is. But I'll figure it out for you guys.
Yeah.
But Mr. Dante, how you doing? Do you know your stuff? Do you know your chart?
Now wait for him to get situated. But when I talked to Dante last, he was telling me that he was waiting on us to do his chart. So I guess he was on the list of people that was supposed to come into Astro Magic with us and get their charts done at that point. So, you know, whenever we set that up, you know, we'll see what's up. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Okay.
Got a mindless phone for some reason.
Right.
But I was gonna say, now I don't know all the whole breakdown. Zodiac and where my sun and my moon was. But for all the information, maybe she thinks that sometimes the emails do what it do, like they just don't get to me.
Yeah.
And don't go into conspiracy mode. Sometimes I'm like, what's going on here? Because she was telling me, she was emailing me about that. She said, thank you, and something about when she anticipates when it's going to happen and this and that, and then she never got back to you. And she's pretty thorough.
Right.
Getting back to you when she says she's going to get back to you.
Right.
So I just know my sun and my moon is in Aries, so it's double Aries.
Woo!
I know. I don't know the specs on like as far as what other planets are doing what and where, but I'm pretty confident in on this, because this is all about studying the energy you came into to understand how to be present and know when these things are happening. So when we did the numerology and self-invested, like getting your birthday and reducing that to the prime number or whatnot, and that was a number 3, that killed it. Like that killed it for me. Like that, I don't know, I'm just giving props to that class again, I guess. But that explains, even giving unsolicited advice is what a number 3, they have a habit of doing that. And it may be advice, you know, it may be guidance that's on point, but I can see when I'm doing that, and then I can, if I give somebody some advice and I know it's on point, if they don't take it into consideration, or I don't see no actions behind it, I'm literally like, oh, I can't wait till you ask me another question so that I could tell you, hey, you didn't do what I said last time. Like, I see these patterns emerging in me. That's why I'm practicing. Sometimes I'm not going to say nothing for a whole show, and sometimes you might catch me in that mode where I'm going to just be talking and talking and talking, and I have to catch myself because I don't know when to stop, because I can write, you know what I'm saying? So All that to say, no, I don't know my, all the specs. So if y'all got that science down or whatever, I can give y'all that information. But I was really gonna wait until I got pulled into the astrology class. But if that already is past tense, I could email one of you two or both or whatever. And if y'all want to do that, make me a kind of like a practice dummy, but not a dummy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll let y'all. I'm good with if y'all want to do that. I would appreciate it.
Well, you listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You know, it's all love at the end of the day. I will definitely do that because I really need to practice because I have a lot of head knowledge and I need to learn how to allow it to flow. And so being able to do it with my soul family, I'm comfortable rapping with y'all and everything. This is going to help me to develop my pace, my flow, so that we don't have another 4-hour reading like I did with Sheila, or a 2.5-hour reading like I did with Aquarius Moon. You know what I'm saying? I'm really working on getting that adjusted. So mine is definitely, yeah. Word.
As long as if it's captivating and keeping my attention, then it's meant to be said.
Right,
you know
right. Well, you know, we soul family. We go down rabbit holes, fam. You know how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point for me, though.
Yeah.
All the way, the rabbit hole doesn't stop. So whatever, since it doesn't stop, that means you can always learn.
Absolutely.
I'm saying is, don't ever feel like it bothers me, or like when we even have this show and you say you want to do an hour, I just threw it out there that
Yeah.
hey, you can go longer than an hour. You can go until spirit calms down.
I know.
Thinking about other people, that's considerate, but the spirit supersedes the people, and they may need to stay. If they got to go somewhere, they just gonna leave. Ain't nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying, be butthurt about nothing like that. I'm just saying. It's just me personally.
Hey, listen, I dig it, and I open it up because, you know, like I said, when I first got the assignment, you know, it was just an hour that I was going on there. That was all that I was led to do. So, and I thought that sticking to that, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure that I'm respecting people's time. I understand because I have things to do and I want to make sure that I'm here and I'm available to people. I really love my soul family and I want to be supportive and everything, but I have a lot going on, you know? And so, yeah. And so with that, you know I ain't the only one, you know? And so, you know, Patolo, peace, peace, Goddess Patolo. Now, listen, I don't know how to invite you up here yet. So if you want to come up and rap with us, definitely hit a button and I don't know what he did. I think he just hit a hand or something like that. But you, okay, right-hand corner, you always welcome. There you go. All right now. All right. Peace and light, peace and love. All right. Okay, you in the house now. All right, got you on there. So yeah. So peace, Patolo. How are you? Yeah, you still muted, but yeah.
The same spot where the hand was, that's where the mic is if you want to unmute yourself. The same spot where the my bag.
Okay.
Over here talking. How y'all doing?
We good. What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Doing very well. Thank you for asking.
Good. I had seen the invite.
Oh.
I was like, I be on Clubhouse. I just be listening. This is my first time caller.
Okay.
But I've been listening.
Well, I am super excited. I am okay. Well, that's all good. I am super excited to have you guys here. What we've been doing is we have what I call the Sirius Cypher because when Spirit laid on my heart to kind of have these little conversations with the soul family and everything, it was about, you know, us being connected to the star Sirius, which is where the master seats, you know, and this is like an opportunity for everybody to get together with their unique perspectives. We get together, we build, and we chop up about anything that's in our heart, because I do believe that this is absolutely divine order. So like any of the shit that's going on out here in the world, whatever is on our mind, we just got finished rapping about this energy, how this astrology is looking and what these transits is looking like right about now and everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just whatever it is that spirit is leading us to take a look at. But yeah, we were talking about how Saturn is going to be squaring Gemini on the 28th, is from what Doreen was saying, the 28th. I knew it was coming up. Yeah, yeah. You know, and
that's gonna be something right there.
Absolutely. Oh, go ahead, Doreen.
And Venus is there also too? Well, in Cancer.
What?
Yeah,
Venus is in Cancer and Mars. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was also telling how the Sagittarius full moon on the 3rd, June 3rd or 4th, depending on where you are, is going to conjoin Jupiter. And that, well, it's just going to bring about like a lot of the stuff that Shikeshi was talking about before you got here, like where because Jupiter is conjoining the North Node in Taurus, it's all about, you know, your philosophy on what you value. Like those two energies are coming into the fold now, you know, like because the Sagittarian full moon is going to bring about, you know, your philosophies and in your life and or in the world, you know, and then what you value through the Jupiter and Taurus conjunction. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time.
Yeah, it really is. Because we got all this other stuff going on in the world, and then with Pluto in retrograde,
right?
You know, the government is getting shut down, and different things gonna come to play. You know, the banks is closing down, so it's a lot of high energy, like you're saying, and it's really gonna be like one of them Will Smith moves and Chris Rock, a slap in the face.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't know if you guys, I'm glad that you know that you brought that up, and Brother Dante was talking about conspiracy, and I'm not sure if this rolls in the realm of conspiracy, but I'm telling you, I can feel this energy with there being some type of new currency that's coming up. And I thought I heard out here in the street that they're supposed to be doing something. They're going to bring this out on July the 1st. Now that starts a fiscal year, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the government, the FBI, FA something is what it's called, and they're going into supposed to be the cashless, and they're using their own kind of coin system. Right. That's gonna go in that. Yeah, I gotta get the name for you.
Yeah, I was reading.
Yeah, but it's a guy named his show or his email. I mean, YouTube handle is Real Nagas.
Okay.
And that's Kevin. And he talks about that every Saturday. He comes on and gives some information. But he's real good about just coming on and what's been in the news for the last week or 2 weeks. He gives you the rundown on it, and you know everybody has to do their due diligence to go, you know, and check it out.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's been coming down the pipe for a minute. Yeah.
Now, do you think that it's like they're trying to block the other cryptos? Like, are they trying to monopolize the whole crypto?
Yeah, they're trying to get their own because of, you know, crypto got the jump on it, you know, years ago. But now they they was trying to ban it, but now they trying to come in on it because they know that's where they want it to go to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's Pluto in Aquarius too, right?
Yep.
You know, for 20 years. After it comes out of retrograde, it's going to be there 20 years. So we know we're going to see a change in all of that.
Yeah.
All of that is right.
Right. Absolutely. But then it's retrograde and it's going to stop in Capricorn real quick. See, and Capricorn is going to be all about dealing with the old system and the way that it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
true. That's
Right.
true.
So this is cleanup energy right here.
That's it.
You know.
Yeah. That's like Brother Bilal used to say, the Virgo energy got to clean it up.
Hey.
Everybody's gonna be in the cleaning up energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Service, yeah.
Yep.
We're
Yep.
just breaking down all those restrictive patterns because remember, Capricorn by Saturn. So, it's all that restrictiveness, all the patterns, all the restrictiveness of maybe the way the currency wasn't working, maybe the way the healthcare wasn't working. Like, stuff,
exactly. Yeah.
So it's gonna just break it all up. It's gonna, have a rebirth of that once it comes out of that retrograde. So this is like the last straw.
Absolutely.
The last,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The last wind of after the eclipse came and eclipsed out some of that, the stuff, and then we still got the little residue going on. And I believe once that Pluto hits back, it's gonna all just come back, blow to us like, when the rockets go up and all, you can see that storm or the how they, what am I trying to say? When the rocket goes up and all that takeoff energy that comes out of that rocket, you can see it on television. But if you're there in person, it's like you waiting, and then all of that just rolls to you. Hair flying back, dust in your eyes, and all that sort of stuff. So I think that's what's coming down. And we can feel that energy because we looking at it, and we actually, Miss Blue and Brother Bilal, they've been low key preparing us for it, but we didn't know it was gonna be on this form of a level.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you know what? So I'm looking at this because I got this thing that I was talking about when we first got this Pluto return. And it looks like it's going right back to 27 degrees Capricorn. So these is the last degrees, letting us know that we going back in there to deal with this to finish up this karmic energy. You know what I'm saying? And being that this Capricorn, Pluto was in Capricorn back when the Declaration of Independence was signed. You know what I'm saying? For us to go back, see, now we got this retrograde and we going back into Capricorn, which is all about the establishment, the way that it used to be, the way that it always has been. You know what I'm saying? For us to take a look at that shit, I'm hoping that we get an opportunity to reassess the fucking Constitution. You know?
Well, yeah, we it's gonna hit a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's gonna hit a lot of people because one, they have not been doing what they were supposed to do, what they agreed upon. But at the second hand, they want everybody else to follow what they put down, and they ain't putting it down. Pay for genocide,
Ain't it crazy? We signed up to be here at this time.
We had to be bad, okay?
Right. Wow. Right. And then I said I inserted myself here with just at the time when all of the shit jumps off is when I start getting just a little bit of wisdom, just a little sparkle of light. Then this is when the shit hits the fan. I said I must have set it up so that I could be of service to somebody instead of a burden.
But not keep continuing it, but while we're talking, Mr. Dante, give me your information. I'm gonna do your chart real fast.
Let's take a look at what you got. Yeah.
Did we lose you?
I'm gonna put it in chat.
Okay.
All right? Because I don't want to just put that on Clubhouse.
Oh, Sheila's in the house. Hey, sis, if you raise your hand, because I don't know how to bring people up. So I'm working it out. Okay. All right.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
Can you don't want to give us your date of birth, or type it in chat?
Did he put it in? I thought he put it in chat.
No, he just put his
You put your
email address.
Dante, you put your email. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
What time? Do you know what time you were born? And she doesn't have the.
Give me 1 second, give me 1 second. I just had my verses. I think it was 8:38. But let me.
That's a power time. That's a power time right there. Shit, nigga.
8:38.
All right.
PM. And where? Where were you born?
April. Okay. Were you born in San Francisco too?
Yeah.
All right, San Francisco.
And you live there now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So April 12th, 1983. She doesn't have the replays on, so don't worry. Like whatever we talk about is not gonna be recorded.
No, I thought you wanted my email address and you wanted to get more info. Like I was confused about what you wanted.
Oh,
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Is that AM or PM? The 8?
That's PM.
PM. Okay.
Oh, it's PM. I had AM. My bad.
Yeah, PM. And
All
you
right.
said San Francisco?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
8:38.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And he still lives in San Francisco now as
Yeah.
well.
Yep.
Today's the what? The 18th, right?
Today's the 20. The 20.
Shit, I'm a week behind. Okay.
25th.
Oh shit! I'm a day ahead. I'm like, it's the 26th. That's a shame. All right.
I don't even know what year we're in. All right.
Okay. All right. Here I go. All right. Holy. Okay. All right.
You got it?
Hell yeah.
Oh.
There's a lot of fire in this chart.
Yeah. Okay. We can do it like we should do it in class.
Hey, let's get it.
You go first.
All right. Well, I'll go first then. Brother Dante, we got your sun here in Aries. And your sun here in Aries is at 22 degrees, and that is 22 degrees is Capricorn.
Yeah, it's a critical.
Capricorn.
Yeah,
Okay, I wanted to make sure. I thought to myself, I said, okay. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, you got that. You got an Aries moon too at 21. All right. Okay. So you got your Aries sun here and the Aries energy, right? So your sun is all about like your ego. You know that these are the things that you're good at, what you like to do. And Aries energy is all about taking initiative, being passionate, and Aries energy can also be impatient as well. So then you got that moon being in there. So then you get a double dose of this particular energy as well, right? And this lets me know right here, but with looking at your chart and where your energy is at, that you have to really well, I don't really want to go there, but I'm gonna go there because I opened the door. But you have to really watch your fiery energy and where your degrees are at right now. Like this is one of your major life lessons, is being able to watch that energy, right? So let me talk about some things that can assist people with Aries moons and some things that you can do when this moon's the Aries, right? So things that you can do that will help to heal you. And the reason why I like to get into the moon is because the moon is all about our emotional state. And the emotional state deals with the things that heals us, what nurtures us. I always refer back to the moon because whenever we're struggling, whatever we're going through, not only can we look into that particular sign for insight, for what we're going to, and the opposite as well, but we can also look at our moon sign, because the moon sign, it speaks to those things that nurture us. It deals with our fears, our insecurities, and all of those things, right? And so when we're feeling like in those spaces where we're having difficulties making those adjustments, I look to the moon. Your moon being in Aries, things that you can do that could be helpful is like initiating new projects, right? Going out in nature. And this is something I know that you like to do. Going out for a walk, going out on a hike. That's something that really speaks to Aries energy. Sports equipment, you know, that competitive energy that's there as well. Your provider, definitely. And it looks like, I'm looking at the rest of the signs on your chart, it looks almost as if your dominant energy on your chart is fire. So bonfires, you know what I'm saying? Candle magic, shit like that. Like fire is definitely your provider and shit like that. And I don't know if you deal with the fairy energy. And if you don't, then I'm not going to ask you to open the door, because fairy energy is some special shit, right? But this one, you know what I'm saying? It looks almost as if, you know what I'm saying, that you could tap into the salamander thing. You know what I'm saying? And salamanders is known for being able to deal with fire without getting burned. However, I ain't gonna recommend that shit if that's not what you do. So don't listen to me. Anyway,
no, I'm asking whatever spirit says. I don't care what I don't do hasn't, you know.
Hey, I'm just rolling with me. You got to ignore me, because you know what I'm saying? Okay. Even though shit flies out of my mouth, I'm still a human at the end of the day. So you know what I'm saying? Okay. So forgive me for that. All right. The other thing that you can also do that's going to definitely help in helping to quench that fiery energy is like finding some really good music that's going to help and soothe you too as well, right? See, that music, you know what I'm saying, is definitely going to help you. Oh, I'm sorry, I got thrown off track. Peace, Keisha. And if you want to come up, just raise your hand, because I don't know how to bring people up. Again, here we go. Hold up, I almost canceled myself. All right. So anyway, so there's that whole moon thing. And then I'm going to let Doreen and Patolo talk a little bit more about your other placements. I'm just going to touch that sun and moon. All right. I'm through.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go next because Miss Patolo's on the phone.
Okay.
So Shakesha, do you see that he has the stellium in his 7th house? Do you see? You see how he has those 3 planets in there?
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Mercury, Venus, and Mars. So I'm going to ask you a question, Mr. Dante. How have your relationships been throughout your life?
One powerful one. Everything else was just not really. I'm talking about relationship. The first thing that comes to my mind is me and a significant other. So I don't know if you want. Am I supposed to be that specific? Or are you talking about with family or friends?
With whoever. Yeah. I mean, 7th house is usually relationships with a loved one, a partner.
I thought, all right, I got it. I kind of don't have very many relations. I don't really talk to nobody, but I am very open, very much not a people person. Like I just like people just to look at them and talk to them, but I enjoy the social connection and all that. But I'm having more success as far as that's concerned with like people like y'all. So in my personal life, my phone barely rings, so I'm not really having too many relationships.
And I understand that because you're a Scorpio rising. You know that, right? So you don't like that surface shit. You want to go deep. You want to go deep into the spiritual stuff. And you have Pluto in your 12th house of spirituality. And it's in Libra. So, your spirituality has had this like constant rebirth, death, rebirth, and you're trying to balance it out now. I'm thinking with that whole Libra energy in the 12th house. But your Saturn is also in your first house with your ascendant. So there probably, there probably has been some kind of restriction in that spiritual quest, or in covering like deeper hidden, like how do I want to say this, esoteric things, because Scorpio is a lot about the esoterics and just to try to uncover it, but it's hidden so deep with Scorpio. So it could be a challenge, for some people. But clearly, you're overcoming that challenge because you found Self-Invested, you found the remix, so you definitely are on your path to uncovering it. But I definitely can see how you don't have like those surface friends, because I don't think you really care about that stuff. I don't think like you really give a shit about it, because Scorpio just likes to go deeper. They want that meaningful connection. They want that soulful connection. That's why I think you say you just vibe with your soul family, because we're talking about the deeper stuff. We're not just talking about the bullshit. So I get that. But having Mars there, having Mars and Venus and Mercury and your Chiron. Do you know anything about Chiron?
I think it's like a comet or asteroid that represents the wounded child or something like this. Well, it represents the wounded healer. So it's a wound. Yes, so it's a wound that you incur like when you're younger, and it's meant to turn it into a superpower, though, if you can really overcome it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to look up now what it is in the 7th house, because I don't have that memorized. And also what it is in Taurus. I believe it's something about values or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It's connected to our values and everything, and those relationships too, that mean something to us. So this is more about like making deeper and more meaningful connections. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely, you know what I'm saying, touching into that and everything. This giving you an opportunity to not, you know what? I want to say that this almost feels as if this is like looking for marriage material, a deeper.
Well, here's the Chiron in the 7th house. This is feelings of rejection in relationships.
Right.
You're quite empathetic and psychic, so you need to find a balance between you and your partner. You have to identify the issues of self in relationships. Just need to find yourself, because I think you could get lost in the other person. And that's where I think the wound is, when you have it in the 7th house. But go ahead, Shakesha, I'm going to look up.
No, because I see that all day. And I'm thinking like, yeah, you want to get married, but yeah, this is some energy where you'll give it all up for love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Potential of doing all of that. That's what that is. Yeah.
He's got his Mars there.
Yeah.
Mars is all about action.
Yeah.
But also Mars, people forget it's about sex. It's our sexual impulses, it's our sexual energy. So that's another thing. And then Mercury, how you think, how you communicate. So all of these energies you have going on in the house of relationship.
Right.
So that's why my first question to you was, how are your relationships?
Right.
Because you got a lot of energy over there.
Right.
A lot.
Right. But see, you also have that 29 degrees in Venus, right? So this is also letting us know that like you kind of, this is where you should be wrapping this lesson up. You know what I'm saying? So this is an opportunity for you to really take an opportunity Dante, to say, okay, I've been there, I've done that. I got the t-shirt. Now I know what a fucking train wreck looks like when it's coming my way. Now let me get the hell out of the way. So I can, you know what I'm saying? See, now you're in this position where you can dodge the bullet now. You got this lesson. See, this 29 degrees is giving you an opportunity to transform it, because when you work that 29 down, it's the number of 11, which is transformation. And 29 is the very last degree, which means that you are in the position to pass this test.
Yeah, and it's all about self-esteem, Mr. Dante. You have to value yourself.
Absolutely.
Because Chiron and Taurus is wounds of confidence. So you have to value yourself. I don't care what happened. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what anybody has done to you. You have to love yourself and love, like Miss Patola said, I love me, I love myself, you have to love yourself. Because with all of these planets in the house of Taurus, which is I value, it's a lot about self-esteem value, not just what you value in the material thing. This is what people get it twisted. Yes, Taurus is all about
I think
how do you value yourself?
Okay.
You know, how do you value yourself? And it's crucial because it's there, you know.
Absolutely.
Like you know, Keisha said, and your Chiron's at 25.
Right.
So you really have to always put yourself first. Like
Absolutely.
not in a narcissistic way. You know what I'm saying? But like, don't get swallowed up in relationships. Stand your ground and make sure your needs are there, are being provided.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that was, and that was just really funny, because I'm noticing that, Spirit's been giving me a lot of channels about this same energy. And I'm thinking that, collectively, we're all going through this. I'm thinking it's just for me. I'm like, maybe I should share this. And I'm glad that I have been, because it seems as if everybody's experiencing this energy. It looks different on different levels, but damn sure, we get an opportunity to reevaluate what our boundaries look like. Like, sometimes we used to go for shit a long time ago. The guy that gave somebody a ride all the time, you know what I'm saying? And now they live on the other side of town. It's totally inconvenient for you, but you feel like you got to do it out of obligation and everything. Like, you get an opportunity to kind of renegotiate that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that that's what your shit is, but you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, where you've been doing things this way the whole time, but it's not working for you anymore. You know what I'm saying? You get an opportunity to kind of reassess what works and what doesn't. Powerful time.
And for your transit, you have, once it goes back into Aquarius, your Pluto is going to be transiting your 4th house. And your 4th house is all about how you feel grounded, what your foundations are. How do you feel secure? Here comes that security again. Here we go. That's that lesson again, right? For the next 20 years, this is what you're going to be securing and making yourself feel grounded in a very unique, because Aquarius is all about a unique way, a forward-thinking way, and how you feel grounded. So maybe this stuff, like Casey was saying, used to ground you or used to make you feel good before. That's going to be changing now. There's going to be a change in that, because Pluto transforms. Pluto lets stuff die off that our soul doesn't need anymore, and has a rebirth of what our soul needs now. And interestingly enough, I just love how this shit all comes together, man. The more stuff I'm reading, how they're transits, like how divine the way we plan our stuff, right? Like, we know when these planets are going to transit certain houses, and how those energies work synergistically together. Like, your Saturn is transiting your 5th house. Can you hear me? Because it said my connection is poor.
I can hear you. Yeah, mine does that too. Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt y'all, but 100% accurate. Like, I ain't really nodding my head no at nothing y'all saying, just because y'all can't see me. I eyes as big as a goldfish or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, good.
Okay.
Y'all killing it.
To help you. Well,
You guys
we're
are
glad
killing
to help.
Happy to
So
help.
your Saturn, yes, we're happy to help. And so your Saturn is in the house, the 5th house of creativity. So this next 3 years, like you're gonna find ways, especially because it's in Pisces, that maybe your spiritual creativity is gonna blossom or expand. What I would tell you though is just make sure it's realistic. You know, like just because that Pisces energy can keep us in our dreams and keep us in our fantasies. So just make sure however you're creating, because the 5th house is I create, right? However you're creating, that it's a realistic way of creating, so that dream big, but like make sure the plan, tap into the opposite end of Pisces, that Virgo energy of make sure it's practical, how you're going to create things, but dream big. So yeah, you got to believe in yourself. You love yourself, you trust yourself, and all these energies are coming together to really make you feel you're going to come out so much stronger and so much more grounded.
Absolutely. And then you know what? I'm so glad that I'm looking at your chart again, Dante. I'm telling you, I told you, I see shaman energy, and you got all of these light codes in your chart that's supporting just what I've been saying to you that whole time. And your rising sign being Scorpio at 16 degrees is one of those things that really stand out to me at the end of the day. Your moon being in Aries at 21 degrees, and I know you probably don't know what in the hell that means. I just got to say that shit out loud because that's just, you know what I'm saying? It helps me process it better. However, when I'm looking at all of these numbers, they start lighting up to me and everything, and they start showing me about spirituality, consciousness, creativity, expression, sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? So these are all of the codes that's just lighting up all in your chart. You know what I'm saying? And it is imperative that you really start trusting who you are and believing in who you are right about now, because it is your time for you to begin lighting it up. And just like Doreen was saying, that 5th house, making sure that it's not just something that's happening when you laying back and you thinking about, yeah, I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. Like, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that there's a lot of ideas that spin around there that need to be acted on. Absolutely. I can see that.
100%. And also the Aries moon, let me just help you out with the Aries moon. Impulsiveness. So be careful.
Yep.
Don't be impulsive.
Yep.
Okay. Don't watch your anger, watch your temper. These energies, a lot of them and trust me, I understand because I'm an Aries moon as well. Okay. And so I get it. Like, I almost had to hurt people a few weeks ago. I was like holding myself back. I'm like, all right, calm down. So just watch your temper, watch your impulsivity. And it's interesting because your sun and your moon are conjoined. You see that, Shakesha? Like, if they're only separated by
1 degree.
1 degree. So your personality, the way you move, the way you go about the world is very much connected to the way you feel. The way you feel.
How you feel.
The moon is your emotion.
Right.
The moon is sometimes like the hidden emotions too.
Absolutely.
It can represent. And so being in that Aries and being in the 6th house, which is the Virgo house, maybe you've learned to kind of like pull it back a little bit, because Virgos can be very like I said, they're practical, and they're not so much timid. I don't want to say timid, but they'll like think about their emotions. Like, Virgos are not emotional beings. Like, they're practical about their emotions.
Analytical,
so
yeah.
They're analytical about them. They say, should I act that way? Should I do that? So maybe it is harnessed in that 6th house, where you haven't had these type of crazy impulsivities or explosions. So I would just say, like, to just watch that a little bit during this time. But
Absolutely.
yeah, this is a good time for you. This
Absolutely.
is a great time. I'm excited for you because you have a lot of transformation going on here.
Absolutely.
And it's what your Scorpio craves. Remember, your ascendant says more about you or says just as much about you as your sun sign. So I know you want to say you're an Aries, but honestly, you have a lot of Scorpio in you as well. I would research Scorpio if you don't know that much about it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. And remember, the ruling planet now. So your ruling planet, how come I just blanked out on what is the ruling planet of Scorpio?
Mars and Pluto. And yeah.
Oh, Mars and Pluto. That's right.
Yep.
The old time planet is Mars and the new time planet is Pluto. So, yes, you're constantly bringing that action and that rebirth and death and transformation in all aspects of your life. Like, maybe you can, agree with this or not. Like, your whole life has constantly been like this, let me do this to like change this or come up with something new and rebirth in every aspect of your life.
Absolutely.
So, because that,
totally been doing, I don't even know.
Absolutely.
That's what's been going on. And even in the relationship area, trying, being an Aries, it's kind of stubborn at times. So trying to make things work that's not working, and I'm letting stuff like that go because it's in my normal day-to-day everything, like trying to hold on to certain people who are really, like, I'm feeling emotional because because maybe their family, let's say.
Right.
And I'm keep repeating to myself recently that those family contracts ain't like that no more. Like, it has been like that, back before all of these things started happening, this awakening and this quickening. But now, it's like, you don't have the same contracts with your family, like you're obligated to sit through their bullshit that they're dishing out at you.
Right.
And that you keep explaining, this isn't for me, or stop doing this to me. Because it's making me, like, yesterday I was just talking about fire, and I've been talking about the fairy energy cases. So when you said, I don't know if you're into that, every time you talk to me, this is the only time in a while that I wasn't outside in the woods. This is the only time I be out of breath on some of those. I'm walking up hills and all type of shit. So you definitely channeled that on point. And with the shaman aspect too, like before you got this.
Yeah.
So it just confirmed that what she all saying is like, it's solid, like it's just ridiculous. Ridiculously good, right? Ridiculous.
Yeah, you have a lot of fire, like she was saying earlier, fire and earth, like those
Absolutely.
are your dominant elements. So yeah, walking in the forest, that does you good.
Yeah.
That grounds you, that heals you. And work with fire, like she was saying. Definitely try to work with some fire.
Absolutely.
Do candle stuff, whatever. But yeah, because that element will really help you. And this is going to be the time. This is going to be the time when family members may drop away because it's not good for you. You have to really put yourself first. No.
Yeah.
You have to put yourself first, and you have to value yourself. And if they're hurting your self-esteem or the way you value yourself, and you've tried every way possible, you don't have to be like X amount of your life completely, but just don't answer the phone. Right. You know what I'm saying? On the days when you just don't feel strong or whatever, or maybe you don't go to every family function, or if you do, you do a few meditations or you do some type of things before you get there, and don't engage. You know what I mean? Like, just engage surfacely. And I know that's hard for you because Scorpios don't like to do surface shit. Like, they don't like it. They want to go deep. They want to go in there. They want to get to the root of it. So right. With them, and and see eye to eye.
Excuse me, Doreen.
Yeah.
Are you in a place? Are you in a place with weak signal or something like that? Because you keep dropping off for like a half a second.
Yeah. But, there's just some wonky. I think I live on top of a vortex or something. I don't know what. But yeah, the energy is just really. And I think has Mercury station direct yet? Is it still in retrograde?
Yeah, it's direct now. But it's in the shadow phase.
It's in the shadow phase, so I'm still gonna feel it because I'm a Virgo and that's my energy, and I'm a Gemini as well. So
yeah,
Mercury and me, he messes with me a little bit.
Absolutely.
But I apologize. But
absolutely.
I don't know what I was saying, but I don't know what you missed. But the overall thing I want to just leave you with is, do you take care of you? Make sure you and your self-esteem and how people value you is on par. Like you can't let the negativity of your family and you can't let relationships that you don't see eye to eye pull you down. Like you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first and foremost.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
Absolutely. 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 And yeah, I'm definitely agreeing with all of that. I'm looking at your notes and everything. The other thing I really want you to watch, because one of your major lessons is how you communicate, right? And you got a lot of fixed energy within your communication. And also the things that drive you, like your passion, where your Mars is at, right? There's major lessons in you being firm on your square in your communication is what this energy looks like, right? And this is one of the things I want you to be mindful of because of the way, see, I have your transits on my setup for the new moon that's coming through, right? And so I'm looking at, hold up, what am I seeing? Hold on. Okay, yeah. This Mars being in Leo, that's what I wanted to talk about. I knew it was some shit. Okay. So when we get this transit on the new moon and everything, and even though we got a lot of really good activations going on, there's also some potential because Sagittarius energy can be sharp. You understand? And you look at that shit and it's like an archer. It looks like a bow and arrow. And that reminds me about how words can really hurt people. And when you say shit that's profoundly true, you know what I'm saying? How hurtful that shit can be. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that we got to really pay attention to, but more so with this particular transit, because this is a full moon in Sagittarius. So there's potential for that to happen too, depending on the vibration of the situation. The way that your energy is positioned, it shows that there's a high potential for you to be in a space where you could be firm on your square. However, if you're aware of how this energy could potentially affect you, you will be able to navigate that whole situation and it turn out completely different instead of turning into a dramatic exchange, which there could potentially be with this type of energy, the way that it shows up and the way that it affects us at certain points in time. And so you really working with that whole moon energy and all of those things, because you already doing them anyway. It's like lifestyle for you, whatever, but I do want you to be mindful of making sure that you kind of avoid in some situations, because a lot of shit at the end of the day that we stay in these arguments and confrontations about, at the end of the day, it don't really even fucking matter. We just want to make sure people understand that we on our square about what we talking. You know what I'm saying? But this is definitely something that I just want to pull your coat to. You know what I'm saying? As we move on to that. And then, one more thing too, I wanted to talk about, because even though I know we do these ciphers like every Thursday, y'all definitely welcome to do that. I want to do one on the following Saturday, which is a full moon, and do a ritual to really help us to be able to receive and benefit that energy best way possible. Then also my daughter is taking me to see Dave Chappelle on Thursday. So, so there's that. Peace. Uh-oh, Sheila and Goddess Ra, she joined in. If you want to get in here, Goddess Ra, you got to raise your hand because I don't know how to bring people up yet. So there's that. But so yeah, so I'm super excited. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that, but definitely we want to get on here. We want to do some readings and everything. I really want to get on the Astro Magic because she has the potential to reach a lot of people that we could be of assistance to, especially while, you know, I'm gaining momentum and doing this shit for free. It's good to take advantage of that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And we get in there and be able to do that. But then soon, because Doreen is in rock and roll mode, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? And it's going to definitely be an exchange because she's ready to go and she's ready for this and she's ready to go ahead and start receiving clients that want to have an exchange. It is an investment. It's a divine exchange. So even though I'm in that state where I'm figuring my pace out and everything, and it could definitely be a benefit to you, you know, somebody that has their pace down packed and everything, if you want to make that investment, that's definitely something to do as well. So yeah. Goddess Raw, peace lady, what's going on? Okay, well, you still on mute, but
Okay.
yeah. I'm doing well, sis. Peace and love. Peace and love. So we was up here reading Brother Dante's chart. It was very interesting and everything. We're going to set up a day and we'll get together and go over your chart. But you know, I would definitely love to go over the chart and everything. But unfortunately, I got to pack up. I got to go to Ohio. My dad's birthday is this weekend. And, you know, we're going to be celebrating his 75th birthday and everything. So I got to pack up and get ready for this 5-hour drive out that particular way and everything. So absolutely. I'm here for it. I am here for it. And feel free. I don't know if there's a way like y'all can come on without me here. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely open to that. Like this is definitely a soul family connection right here. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever work we need to do, you know, I'm definitely here for it and everything. Yeah. You know. Yeah, so we can definitely do that. However, yeah, next Thursday, I'm not going to do a cipher. I'm going to do one on Saturday and really work with that full moon energy and everything. And I'll put something out there because I have a thing that sends out reminders every Thursday and everything. But I do want to just remind about that because I'm not really sure how to make that adjustment, but I'll try to do the best I can to speak to that. But anyway, I
just like post it in the house and say
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, then that'll be what I do. And you know, and you know, so you know, there's that. But anyway, does anybody have anything that they want to discuss? Anything, any channels, any downloads, anything that might be helpful before I close the cipher out right now? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank y'all again for that. That was all y'all needed was Brother Bilal's voice.
Uh-oh.
y'all on it that like y'all on it that hard. Like double team. That was I can't make that up. Like that was perfect. It was like y'all was passing the ball back and forth on the same team. And y'all yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
When we were doing the show, somebody in the comments said that, something about Sirius.
Mm.
Called us like the dog star or something like that.
Uh-huh.
We were the dog star from Sirius. So I love that you named it this because
Yep.
we are. We're the dog stars of Sirius. We're gonna double team you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
One more thing I just started working with because I feel obligated when anything turns my life over. It's scary, but I know when to not do it and when to do it. Now, you have the question, any last thing anybody want to speak on, and that is Nefertum, and who is the son of Sekhmet.
Mm-hmm.
So Nefertum is all about fragrances.
Oh.
Like they to you.
Yeah.
Smell symbol is the blue lotus. So if you can order that on, I got some. Like I got some that was vacuum sealed and sent from.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
That smell right there, you don't even have to do nothing, but just keep smelling that.
Oh shit, that is confirmation. Why the fuck? Every time I turn around, I keep getting these fucking messages about this damn blue lotus. And the fact when you said it, it's a wrap. So you know, Spirit want me to do that shit because they know if you tell me to get that shit, it's done.
Okay, yeah, but you could drink it.
Yeah.
It has psychedelic effects.
Okay.
So
I like that.
Not like a mushroom thing, but more like stimulating your pineal, not forcing DMT or having DMT in it that I know of. But I didn't smoke that much, just a little bit. It's like it starts changing you upon smelling. Like it tastes, and it feels like when you smell it like a place you, like as Ms. Book said, anybody even listening to Planet Remix has had a previous life somewhere in Egypt. And I totally believe that now.
Yeah.
It feels like when I smell this, like I associate with a place. And I don't know what place that is. I don't get images or flashes of Egypt. It's like the rabbit hole. And I want to keep smelling it, but then it's like weird and kind of intimidating that I feel like this. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Like you can put some in a paper bag and just keep breathing that, or you could boil it, put it in your bathtub, or you could smoke it. It's like multi-use, like it does everything. So Blue Lotus is the sheet I get, and I made a little post on Instagram where I showed how in the center of the Blue Lotus, it kind of looks like a miniature sunflower, and the sunflower is Sekhmet's flower.
I seen that. Yeah.
I couldn't make that up though. Like in the words of Bilal, can I make this shit up?
Right.
Like how come the blue lotus has a mini sunflower and then the blue accenting the out parts of the leaves or whatever. And I just went to say all that stuff. So
hell yeah, I'm on it. All right. Message received. I love it. Thank you. All right.
And the Blue Lotus. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. And then all about these dreams that's been coming through, right? So I got that dream and herb, that Kalea that you recommended, Dante. And my dreams have been some special shit right about now. So, I stopped, yeah.
I know you're not going to say it just to say it because you're very straight to the point. I got masculine energy in you. I think you was like you got a little segment about you if you ask me.
Yeah.
Because,
That's one of my archetypes. That's one of them.
Okay, well, shit, I see it. I hear it and all that.
Yep. Yeah, well, shit, I'm telling you something. Yeah, well, I'm gonna take me some of that shit tomorrow when I go back home to see what type of dreams come through then, because my dreams is always off the hook when I go back home. So I'm excited to try that. I'm glad that I brought that up. I'm gonna make sure I throw that in the bag. So All right, y'all. Well, listen, I'm going to close this cipher out, and I will check you guys out on Saturday, the full moon, if you're available. If not, I'm going to be out here. I'm going to have my singing bowl. I'm going to make sure that I'm in a space to receive all these downloads. My 9 house is lit up like a Christmas tree. So I'm excited about that. And maybe I'll learn some shit. I don't know, but I'm here for it. All right. All right. So y'all, thank you so much for coming out and showing some love and support. I appreciate you guys so much. This was so dope. I enjoyed myself tonight. Thank you so much for just really making this beautiful. I love all of you guys so much. Thank you so much. Love you, love you, love you. Peace and light. Peace and love, y'all. All right. Peace.
Adios.
Peace.